Mic check, mic check, mic check. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Abel Jets Virtual Group live stream. I am your host, as always, Rising Falcon, founder and CEO of Abel Jets Virtual Group. I hope that you, welcome to another Abel Jets Virtual Group live stream. I hope that you are doing well wherever you are watching this live stream from. It is Friday afternoon in my time zone, or Friday evening in Southeast Asia, which means it's, the usual time for us to do the Friday evening live streams. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for being late in terms of the stream start. I've just had a meeting with some staff members at my university, and fortunately it's done now, but that meant that we had to start the stream a little bit later than we usually do. That's also the particular reason that we are not necessarily going to do a long flight this Friday afternoon. It's just going to be a VFR flight in the UK. That is the first time I'm doing it, actually. So fingers crossed, hopefully things will go just right. Here we are back in the infamous and also venerable Britten-Norman BN2A Islander, the reciprocating engine version of the Islander, not the turbine Islander, the OG Islander perhaps, the original version. It is a high wing cantilever, short range commuter aircraft designed by the British aerospace company Britten-Norman up to this date, if I'm not mistaken, but they only produced the turboprop version of it in the more recent years. This particular airframe that you are seeing, VATSIM, is registered as Foxtrot Alpha Juliet X-Ray India, as you can see, and also bears the nose name of Jungfrau Peak. She operates for Abel Xplore, which is Abel Jets Virtual Group's bush flying / far frontiers carrier, which connects more remote places across the globe with more populous ones. In this afternoon's flight, folks, we will be flying to one of the world's most infamous airstrips or airfields, which is Barra in Scotland, on the island of, I think the island is called Barra as well. I might have to check that later on when we are en route. Which the runways that are there, they are just basically sand on the beach, nothing else. They are just like compacted sand, and depending on the time of the day, there might be some tires and surges, which would practically remove the entire runway when the tide comes, stuff like that, with the tidal forces and stuff, and some other geological activities, I suppose. We'll be starting off our journey from one of Scotland's largest cities. It's the largest city, I think, it actually is, which is Edinburgh. Out of its main international airport here, we are currently sitting at its general aviation ramp, waiting for our passengers to board for this afternoon's flight, with a block time, so scheduled block time for about 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's not necessarily going to be a long flight. I mean, considering that we're flying a small piston aircraft as well. Happy flying, Kev. Thank you so much, Kimmy. Thank you so much for stopping by as well. I hope that you are doing alright. Are you also flying by any chance? I mean, you don't necessarily have to fly a propeller aircraft as well, but just in case that you'd like to. Alright, before we start, again, this is a caveat that it's going to be my very first VFR flight in the UK. I've only done VFR flights across Southeast Asia, that's about it, basically. Everything else has practically been IFR. So yeah, fingers crossed on this. Let me generate our flight plan here using sim brief. Now we've got ATC. We've got Edinburgh ground and Edinburgh tower. So yeah, let's do that. Generate our flight plan. Departure time at about 1500 local time. Our call sign today will be Abel 20X-ray, departing from Edinburgh to Barra. Aircraft registration Alpha Juliet X-ray India, BN2 Islander. I'm out of town, unfortunately. Oh, okay, I see, Timmy, that is alright. I hope you're having a good time there. Thanks for letting us know. Departure runway 6. Oh, shoot, I completely forgot to set flight rules to VFR. There we go. Abel 20 X-ray, EGPH, EGPR. Alpha Juliet X-ray India would be our call sign. Departing at 14:45, I think will do. VFR flights. Selected route will be Grice, Oban VOR over the town of Oban there in Scotland, and then Rilgu will join the RNP approach into runway 25 at our destination, which is at Barra. Alternate airports. Just take 2. No. EGPR. Oban, I think, would do. Oban airports. ICAO. EGEO. EGEO. There we have it. Just calculate and compare. The block fuel, ladies and gentlemen, it's up to you whether you want to believe me or not with this. It says 286 kilograms. 286 kilograms of block fuel there. That's just insane. Considering that, you know, we normally fly tube liners, which takes tons and tons of fuel. Alright. Let's just take 8 passengers, shall we? Generate our flight plan. Let's just do 5,500 feet on the climb, shall we? Sorry for the altitude. Just bear with me for a second. Yeah, 6,000 feet will do. Okay, let's pre-file the flight plan to VATSIM and then load it up to our systems as well. We'll not be using GSX for today, considering that, you know, we're just a tiny aircraft. That's our plane, got the GA apron. Abel 20X-ray, and we've got the VFR map there as well. And for Barra, by the looks of it, we'll be taking the RNP approach into runway 25 later on. But yeah, we shall see. Okay, call signs, Abel.
The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they display knowledge. There is no speech or language where their voice is not heard. Their voice goes out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens he has...
Okay, flight plan file to VATSIM, hopefully should appear now. So we've got some controllers. We've got a tower actually, Edinburgh Tower. There we go. We've been assigned a squawk number 0433. Right. Let's get in and set this beautiful bird up for our journey. Obviously we're still in a cold and dark condition because we're flying rotating engine aircraft. Get the new avionics on there. Alright, get the camera running. To speed. And then let's see, fuel. Block fuel today, it's gonna be block fuel's gonna be 284 kilograms. 290 will do. Payload 700 kilograms. Or let's just take 600, yeah, somewhere around there. There we go, should be alright. MTOW, yeah, about 200 kilograms beneath our MTOW there. Should be alright. Alright, let's do the preparation check, shall we? Just use the default MSFS checklist. Alright, last time I used this it worked, but there's the P2P show now, so. Alright, let me grab my iPad. Hopefully there's a checklist for this in the official documentations page or something. I know the procedure, but I can't remember the checklists, fortunately. Just bear with me for a second, folks, again. First time flying VFR in the UK. Godspeed, and good luck to us. I think I have it in my iPad somewhere, just bear with me. BN2. Oh, there we go, Black Box Islander. I have it. Alright, pre-start checks it says. So yeah, first things first, let's remove all of these stuffs. Why? You know, we've still got the door open and things like that. Lever side, I'll close these things. Doors. Let's assume that boarding is complete. It's already complete. Alright, gas locks, pitot tube cover, engine cover, boarding steps are gone. Yeah, remove all from flight. Chock well, there we go. A pre-start checklist, aircraft headed into the wind when possible. I don't think we can do that without sleep mode. Oh, there's a citation there. Oh, sorry, a Phantom, I think. Is that a Phantom? I don't think that's part of the scenery. No, that's someone else. Yeah, that's definitely someone else. Oh, a NetJets aircraft. Yeah, okay, it'd be alright. Okay, magnetos all. Oh, bear with me. Magnetos all off. Parking brake is on. Down. Battery master switch. It's this one. On. Generators off 1 and 3. Under fault lamp should be. Should appear. There we go. CBs all in. And the CBs are operable on board this aircraft, which is quite insane. Doors all closed. Warning lamps. Push and tested. Yeah. Radios. You have to turn the avionics on to get the radios working. There we go. Shift 1. Let's get all of these on. There we have it. The 80s frequencies are 131355, 131355. Marker lamps, push test, engine controls full and free, full movement, carburetor heaters all off. Propeller pitch levels, maximum RPM both sides. Mixture controls fully rich both sides. Elevator and rudder trim full and free. We'll set that for takeoff later. Fuel. Petcocks on. Flaps. Electric flaps. Backs you up. And that completes the pre-start checks. Yeah, right. Com 1, let's do 118705. 118705. Let's also greet Ian, shall we? Who is our
Kilo correct.
cabin crew for today.
4, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye bye.
131355.
For the ATC. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
That's for the 80s. Got a kid issues 1019 by the looks of it.
Last station calling carrier wave only.
Carrier wave only. Uh, 118355. Where's that? 131355.
QNH 1019er. Acknowledge receipt of information Sierra and advise aircraft type on first contact.
1019.
Edinburgh information Sierra, time 1320 Zulu, runway in use 06, transition level 70, wind 060 at 9er, wind variable between 020 and 110, cav OK, temperature 20, dew point 13, QNH 1019er, acknowledge receipt of information Sierra and advise aircraft type on first contact.
848, surface wind 060.
Edinburgh information Sierra, time 1320 Zulu, runway in use 06, transition level 70, wind 060 at 9er, wind variable between 020 and 110, cav OK, temperature 20, dew point 13, QNH 1019er,
Barra.
acknowledge receipt of information Sierra and advise aircraft type on first contact. Edinburgh information Sierra, time 1320 Zulu,
There we go.
runway in use 06.
And then as usual folks, we have a company frequency at 123210 if you want to
wind variable
join us in the VATSIM network there.
Temperature
The company frequency is on.
Alpine 204 Romeo.
EG743 Delta will park. Thanks for the service. Take care.
Thank you very much for flying into Edinburgh. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay. Where's our startup clearance, shall we? few more checks, well.
Alpine 204 Romeo. Alpine 204 Romeo, good afternoon to you. Continue approach to number 1.
See approach number 1, 06, Alpine
Oh, audio
204
check, audio
Romeo.
check, audio check. Edinburgh Tower, good afternoon. Able 20 X-ray at the General Aviation apron. Request radio check, please.
Readability 5.
Roger, Able 20 X-ray at the General Aviation apron. Request engine start, please.
Engine start is approved, and I'll walk you through as you're new to UK airspace. I'll just give you a quick check on what you need to be doing.
Roger, cleared for engine start, and thank you so much for the help, Able 20 X-ray. Oh, that's a very nice guy there. Thank you so much. Alright, starting the engines.
48, no further ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
This is such a nice guy then.
Thank you.
Let's get the fuel pumps on, starting engines number 2, then 1 in sequence, starting engine number 2, clear prop. Clear prop. Okay, ignition.
4 Romeo, click to land runway 24, correction, runway 06, surface wind 05.
There we go, number 2 stabilize.
Runway 06, clear to land, Alpine 204
Let's get
Romeo.
the right chin. Starboard chin is looking good.
Please get 20 X-ray.
Go ahead for Able 20 X-ray.
Yeah, I know. I see you going. You're doing a visual flight rule, so you don't need to have to follow a particular SID. That's only for IFR traffic. As you'll be leaving the Edinburgh control zone, you can go. There's no one above, so you can actually leave in whichever direction you're going, possibly northwest. You need to be squawking 7,000 because again, there's no further ATC above, so squawk 7,000.
Roger, will depart heading to the northwest and will squawk for 7,000 for departure for Able 20 X-ray. And is there any visual reporting points that I need to follow through?
Absolutely not, because I'm just about to close. So in normal circumstances, I would clear you as when you're leaving the Edinburgh control zone. But there's no one on after I depart in a couple of minutes, so you can just continue. If indeed a controller comes on, he will contact you. But vis-a-vis your direction of travel, you don't have to follow the Grise 4 Delta departure, which you put down. You can just use visual rules as you wish.
I see, Roger. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem. I'm sorry, I'm leaving, and there's no one above to sort of introduce you properly to the UK control zones.
No, it's alright. Thank you so much, man.
I see. Set squawk 7,000, and you monitor Unicom 122.8 as I'm now closing.
Squawk 7,000, I'm monitoring Unicom 122.8 for Able 20 X-ray. Thank you very much for the service certificate 1.
Able 20 X-ray, thank you very much for flying out of Edinburgh. Bye.
There we go. Such a nice guy, ladies and gentlemen. I need to okay, I need to list his name, as usual, for the credits. Yeah, right. There we go. Squawking 7,000. Such a nice guy, such a nice guy. That's why I love flying the UK airspace, folks. The ATCs are always nice, especially up north. Flying IFR mostly, but you know. VFR as well now. Starting into number 2. Shoot, forgot to get the max. Yeah, screwed up. There we go. Looking good. Left chins on. After start checks, aux fuel pumps off. Once, twice. Generators are on, undervolt lamps are off. Vacuum gauge 3 to 5 inches. Mercury, fail lamps are extinguished, should be good. Completely forgot to greet Ian there, our cabin crew for today. Hi Ian, welcome on board this afternoon flight from Edinburgh to Barra. I hope that you are doing well. We'll be ready to start taxiing now, and as usual, if there is anything that goes out of the ordinary, please do let us know up front. Thank you.
Copy, Captain. All preparations are complete and we are ready for taxi.
There you go. Alright, I need to select a switch. Green band. Fuel pressure, green band, oil pressure cycled. They're looking good. Ammeters, carb temps, green. Sorry, cap temps not in the yellow band because. Alright.
Alpine 204 Romeo, welcome to Edinburgh. Continue now, stand 6 via Alpine Foxtrot.
7,000.
Texas Alpine Foxtrot, Alpine 204 Romeo, thank you very much, and goodbye.
Oil pressure, steady pound
Charlie Kilo.
feet.
Charlie Kilo, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
about
looking
to
good.
close, so Monitor Unicom 122 decimal
Flight
8
instruments,
at the moment.
AirX.
There's 3 other aircraft on the ground. One is over in the general aviation apron, and he will be
Radio.
also on 122 decimal 8, so you'll have to coordinate with him for your taxi.
Roger, that's all copy, Charlie Kilo, Monitor Unicom 122.8.
Looks
Have a
good.
good rest of your day, thank you very much.
Cabin heaters not required, ice protection not required. Start
Flying out
checks.
of Edinburgh, see you again, bye.
Study by for the pre-takeoff checks. Let's go to Unicom and then OBS. Sorry, CDI. Let's set up our flight plan here. Departure. It's gonna be Echo. Unfortunately, this is not the what's it called? The working title simulations GNS 530. This is the default Asobo one, which is, you know, it's quite functional, but not really optimum. EGPH. There we go. Next waypoint would be Grice. Oh, actually, I think we need to enter the arrival airport first. EGPR. Ooh, who's that? I have Lalu's here. Where's he? There's also with the VNT Islander, ladies and gentlemen. Two silly fox flying, two silly little planes. There he is. Good evening, Fat Lalu. I hope that you're doing well. Unfortunately, the ATC tower is just closed. He was such a nice guy. There we have it. Let's take another screenshot. You're right. Yeah, this is just wrong, isn't it? You should be able to put a waypoint, like a waypoint before your destination. Yeah, there it is. Just bear with me. I need to switch my radio here, which unfortunately is not modeled. Just bear with me, Lalu. I heard you, I heard you.
Shuttle Kilo, pushing back, stand 2.
Just bear with me. Here you 555 cap, how do you read? 555. Selamat malam, Cap Lalu. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for flying this afternoon. Let's do 1228 here. Karam. BTW suaramu agak jauh dari mikrofon, Cap. Christ. Right. Christ. Yeah, it's quite finicky, the GNS 530. I mean, you cannot necessarily manually, you know, fiddle with those stuff. Christ. A4 airway. No, that's not that Christ, I think. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, and then we'll delete this one. From Christ, we'll go to O-band, the O-band VR station. O-band, that is right here. Oscar Bravo Alpha. That's not it, but there we go. O-band, and then after O-band we'll be tracking direct towards Rilgu. There we go, Rilgu, and then EGPR for the procedure. Select an approach, please. RNAV 25. Was it not selecting? There we go, RNAV 25. Transition Rilgu. Load. Yeah, that should be it. Okay. Okay, so flight plan. EPGH on GPS as well. Set the AVP initially to 6,000. Arm that. Barometric 1019. What is H4? Alright. Car peats basically. Watch your runway heading. It's gonna be at 059. Set it up. Alright, then we can do the safety briefing now. Pause the music for that. Hi Ian, can you please do the safety briefing now? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this flight from Edinburgh to Bahrain. We will now begin our safety briefing. Please pay close attention to the following instructions regarding the safety features of this aircraft. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Let's play the official safety briefing video then, I suppose. Get the IFV on and the video running. Alright, pre-takeoff checks. Yeah, we'll do that on the hold short, I think.
Hello everyone, I'm Freezing Falcon from Abel Jets Virtual Group. Welcome on board one of our aircraft that is part of our 3,000 airplane strong fleet. We're glad to be your airline for the flight today.
We'll get the P2 heat on.
Please watch the safety briefing video that will be provided by our cabin crews. Enjoy.
Yeah, I think we should begin the taxi. close that off. No need for heaters. Port landing lights on.
In 2013, when we made this airline, we concluded
So taxi rails in, shall we?
All aircraft already equipped with safety devices such as seatbelt, oxygen mask, and life vest. In accordance with the International Civil Aviation Organization, seatbelts shall be used when in flight. So whenever the seatbelt sign is lit, please fasten your seatbelt by inserting the clasp into the buckle and tighten by pulling the strap. You can undo your seatbelt by
Edinburgh
pressing
traffic. Abel X-ray now taxiing to runway 06 via Hotel Mike Alpha holding short of Bravo or an intersecting departure of Bravo 1. Edinburgh traffic. Let's go. Bridge released.
Our maintenance facility. AMF is the world's leading in maintaining aircraft.
Looks
we
good.
have this big hangar which able to accommodate up to 8 jumbos at 380 at a given time. This is the proof that we never jeopardize safety. Also, we change the life jacket whenever an aircraft is entering our facility.
There is no, what is it called, beta mode on board this thing, unfortunately. We'll do the engine run up at threshold.
In the event of emergency landing, please take a moment to locate your
Let's
life
lower the
jacket.
prop RPMs
It will
for
be
the time
below
being.
your seat, under the seat in front of you, or under the bed for first class passenger. To use the life jacket, simply take your life jacket, put it over your head, pass the strap around your waist, clip at the front and tighten it. There's a red tag and mouthpiece for inflation and whistle to attract attention. Please inflate your life jacket after leaving the aircraft.
Whenever the aircraft loses the oxygen pressure, a mask will drop from above. Put it on your nose and tighten the strap. Oxygen will flow when you brake. Secure your mask first before assisting others.
There goes someone. The A320 looks massive, folks. It looks humongous compared to this thing. Good, mate. Goodness me, let's get the ox fuel pumps on. This thing doesn't have a ground speed. Oh, it does have the
leaders in aviation by number of aircraft.
updated avionics stuff.
3,000 airframe divided into more than 10 child company,
displays
including the
there.
Abel Pixel, Abel SAR, Abel Cosmos, Intercontinental,
Play on the left, play on the right,
and
no one
many
there.
more. Also in 2020, we're the first to introduce the Aviation, our first Abel Jets living room. Abel Premium.
We're so low to the ground, I can't even see the taxiway.
Abel First Class.
Yeah, I think that should be it.
Suit.
By the way, this is the Pyrigri developers company, Edinburgh scenery, which is beautifully modeled. It's got, you know, very fancy interiors in there.
Before we depart,
highly recommend it, especially if
make
you've
sure
got, you
all
know,
baggage is secured
high-end
on the
PCs
overhead
or
cabinet,
devices,
or on the seat
laptops
in
with
front.
things which
Main
unfortunately I
safety
do
is
not
our
have.
priority.
That's why I'm running this out of
Load on any part of
the
aircraft.
medium graphical settings
Please
for the
deboard
simulator.
aircraft if you need to smoke.
Straight left here.
Your aircraft is equipped with a life raft in case of emergency water landing. Please take a moment to identify your nearest emergency exit. The cabin crew is pointing it now.
We are now nearing our departure time. Please switch your mobile devices into airplane mode now.
Company, I'm on
If
company.
you have any questions, feel free to ask them to our cabin crew. They will be more than glad to help you out.
Aku izin
Thank
taksi
you for
dulu
choosing
aja,
us,
Cap.
and thank you for keeping our dreams aloft. Have a very pleasant flight.
Hey, fly BQ 400, something that you don't necessarily see nowadays since the company went out of business, I don't know, like almost a decade ago, I think. It's been a while since they, you know, went out of business. Short Bravo. Bravo 1 actually. this thing's got power at, you know, at idle thrust, sorry, idle power.
Edinburgh traffic, fraction 153 uniform, pushing back, stand 317.
Oh, 18, 22 degrees, much better than in England. It's like 28 degrees here. Goodness me. Might need to go to Scotland to, you know, cool down a little bit. It's really been a while since I went there as well. I think last time I went there was in 2024. I went to both Glasgow and Edinburgh. And in 2023 I went to Inverness, Aberdeen and Dundee. I've never been to Oban, unfortunately, though. Two of my friends had. I think that's Bravo, I think. Yeah, that's Bravo. Let's hold shot here there. Is there like a better range on the propellers? I don't really want to ride on the brakes, you know. If if anyone of you knows if, you know, there's like a feature, like a, you know, beta range feature on the Islander series of aircraft, please do let me know. There we go. Holding short. Like brake sets. Let's do the run up. Pre-takeoff checks as well. Seatbelts fastened. And the takeoff briefing is also complete. Let's remove the video and the IFE. Propeller levers. Full max RPM. Mixture fully reached, carburetor heats off, elevator trim set for takeoff, flaps, takeoff position, 25% midpoint, that is. They are set for takeoff, as you can see, visually see actually. Fuel pumps are both on, engine instruments check and functional, flight instruments check and functional. Pitot heats on, ice protection not required, autopilot's off, flight controls ready on my side. Fully mechanical this is. Pull up, pull down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. You can actually even see the rudder spring there, down there. That's just insane. In most other aircraft they are like covered by some sort of, you know, plastic or something. Ammeter selection switch, that to VATS. VATS, the sets, lighting, speaker, nav port, landing lights will be on momentarily, and that completes the pre-takeoff check. Let's do the magnetos test, the engine run up. Right hand side. Okay, we see loss in power there. Looks good. Back up. Number one. Loss of power as well. Looks good. Left hand side, number two. Looks good. Back on. Okay. Number one mag. Left hand side. Port side looks good. Port side mags looking good. All mags back on. Propeller RPM test. Not you. Right hand side. Looks good. Left hand side. Looks great, and that completes the engine run up. Get back to about 1,500 RPM. Rotation is about 65 knots, folks. 65 knots, just like a Cessna. Alright, let's check if there's anyone on short final. We don't have any TCAS, unfortunately. Yeah, there's no one, should be alright. We're on 122A as well, yeah, should be good. Edinburgh traffic, Abel to the right right now, landing up on runway 06 via Bravo 1, Edinburgh. Thank you, Slalu! Okay, pull left. All lines are on. There's. I should move my camera as well to conserve performance. Just bear with me for a second. Deactivate cam. There we go. Much better now. Right, afternoon flight this is. Just line up at the runway. Departing to the northwest at the ATC. Edinburgh traffic, Abel VATSIM now departing on the runway 6,000 feet to the northwest, VFR Edinburgh. Let's take a screenshot first with Lalu, shall we? Before we start rolling. Let's turn off the motion blur. There we go. And I think we're ready to roll. There's no chrono in this thing, so yeah, should be it, I think. Let's take it. Let's go. Setting off power. Power set. Speed's live. 60 knots. V1 and rotation. Good rotation. Off we go. The landing gears are fixed on this thing. We cannot retract them. Positive rate of climb. Gears are fixed again. Off we go to Barra, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we'll head to the northwest. Initially, avoiding the city of Edinburgh as well down there. That's Edinburgh as the city. Beautiful city that is. And you've got the I can't remember the name of that bridge. That's one of the most iconic bridges in the UK, actually. The fourth bridge. Fifth of the fourth. Beautiful. What's that? Some creaking noise. Do some power. And actually the engine RPMs as well. Why is that creaking noise? Take a look at that view. Edinburgh traffic, Abel 020 over the fifth bridge, VRP, Edinburgh. Correction, fourth road bridge, North Tower VRP, that is Edinburgh traffic. What's that squeaking noise? Let's get the AP on, shall we? And try to investigate.
Traffic, Jersey 16 kilos 95, pushing star facing west.
EPGH. That must be from FS Realistic, but I'm not entirely sure what is that. Just bear with me. There we go. Ooh, got some costs there. Just get my camera out, back on I suppose, as we are clear of the traffic. There we go. Off we go to Barra, ladies and gentlemen. In the iconic BN2 airliner. After takeoff procedure, auxiliary fuel pumps. Why are we leveling off? We should be leveling off. Auxiliary fuel pumps can go off both sides. Set throttle lever short climb, reduced to 2,500 RPM, which is that much. Cabin heaters, stuff as necessary, cabin lights as required, car features both off, after takeoff checks complete. It's midsummer, no need for anti-icing systems or anything like that. Okay. Let's proceed towards Christ, shall we? So we'll select nav. Go ahead, company. Apa aja rusak? Walau oh no! How could it happen? Lalus gyro stopped working, Box said. Yang standby masa lost? Oh no. Yang standby masih jalan Cap, tapi yang sebelah sisi satunya lagi. Company traffic, Abel 020, X-ray reporting some turbulence at 4,000 feet northwest of Perth of Port Bridge. Company. Should be intercepting the course now, anytime now. We're on nav 1. GPS 1 actually.
Edinburgh traffic is 16 kilo, taxi to voucher on 06 Y Alpha.
Gyronya coba diklik yang Aspen Avionics Cap, apa bisa membetulkan gyronya? Sama itumu, generatormu aman kah? Kalau di BE itu kan ada panel elektrikal tuh, kamu harus select ke external supply juga yang di bawah. Jangan ke starter isolate. Port gen, starboard gen kamu nyalain, battery on, external supply juga on.
Battery on?
Company static only. No, no. Take a look at that view out of Edinburgh, ladies and gentlemen. On a warm summer day, a hot summer day in the UK, sorry, in England, that is. Very hot down here. Almost there, 500 feet to go. Start to reduce the RPM there. 2,500 on the climb. Alt capture. Take a look at the views. Beautiful. Company calling camp lalu, dirimu amankah? Kok sepertinya terbang ke arah itu, ke arah timur, atau memang pengen putar-putar ke situ aja? Roger, traffic direct to Ban Caps, hati-hati. Sama Oban itu di barat ya, bukan di timurnya Edinburgh. Just as an information. Alt cap. You know what, there's something that is rather interesting as well with this BN2 flight. It does not shake as much as the last BN2 flight that we had in Australia earlier this year, on January if I'm not mistaken. The aircraft was shaking a lot, although there were no any sort of turbulence or gusts, but you know, it was shaking quite a lot. You could perhaps replay one of the live streams there, and I guarantee you it's still there somewhere in the YouTube channel, but yeah, it was shaking quite a lot. There's a fire there, perhaps from the heat waves across Europe. When we've had some forest fires around the UK for the past couple of weeks, thanks to the heat wave. Flying over the Scottish Highlands now, just after leaving Edinburgh. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Hell, you know what, as we've reached cruising altitude already, I think it's time for us to do the passenger announcement. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board Abel Xplore, flight 020 X-ray, flying the black box simulations Britten-Norman PN2 Islander from the Edinburgh International Airport to Barra Island in Scotland. Hope that you are enjoying the stream so far. In case that you have just joined us in this afternoon's live stream, folks, please don't forget to hit the like button. It will greatly help us to grow this YouTube channel. Share your thoughts down beneath in the live chat as well as in the comment section down beneath later on once the stream is concluded. You can also interact with our Say Attentions to AI Stream Kit damage using the available Stream Kit commands in the live chats. You can also share this live stream with your friends and colleagues in case that you wish to do so. If you haven't done so, folks, please also kindly subscribe or consider subscribing to the Abel Jets Virtual Group YouTube channel for free. And don't forget to ring the bell just right next to this subscribe button somewhere over there so you'll not miss any future content that we will make in this YouTube channel. As usual, if you want to support us financially, you can also head over to our Social Bus page at www.socialbus.com/AbelJetsGroup. Or alternatively, you can also scan the QR code that is available somewhere there on the left hand side of the live stream. And any amount of financial donation is greatly appreciated. Some perks of being a financial sponsor to the Abel Jets Virtual Group YouTube channel, and the Virtual Airline Group itself obviously, includes your names being listed on the running text beneath, and some of the perks that you can check for yourselves, get it at our Social Bus page at www.socialbus.com/AbelJetsGroup or through the QR code that is available on the left hand side of the live stream. With that, folks, I think we can conclude the bus announcement for the cruise in place of this afternoon's flight. I hope that you are enjoying the stream so far as we cruise along at, barely 6,000 feet, flying the black box simulations PN2 Islander in the VATSIM network for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and also for Abel Xplore, member of Abel Jets. There we go. The photogrammetry data is obviously excellent in this part of the world, as you can see. And again, this is MSFS 2020. I've yet to upgrade to the US simulator for a gajillion of reasons that I've mentioned a gajillion of times as well in the YouTube channel, I suppose. Hi Ian, how are things going on in the cabin?
Cabin is calm and all passengers are seated. We are ready for departure.
Roger that, but we've departed already. Well, there's also PAL that's still malfunctioning, as said, unfortunately. He's still flying his aircraft manually using, trims and stuff. Got too many wind turbines down there, as you can see. I mean, it's always got, quite powerful winds across the UK, except for the summer. It's just been very, windless, I suppose, the past couple of weeks, or month actually. Yeah, it's not great, folks. And perhaps the simulator is also representing this quite well. As you can see, the terrain down, but it's not necessarily green. It's a little bit, yellowy or brown in a way. Because most of the grass, not most, but some of the grass, the vegetations have dried out. Because we haven't had any rain for the past several weeks already. Like the grass outside of my flat, they've dried out basically. They've turned brown and yellow, which is such a shame. The views are beautiful too from up here, as you can see. One of the not most prominent, but the key feature I'd say when flying VFR is that the views are always, but usually much better when flying IFR, considering that you're much closer to stuff's happening down on the ground. You feel like, you know, you're more earthbound than skybound in a way, and so that makes any sense. Beautiful views. I think there's like a pack made by Black Box Simulations some time ago, which perhaps removed the shakings that we've had for the past, probably from the previous stream. Just I remembered I updated the aircraft like several months ago, just after I came to the UK. But yeah, it's much better now. Much more stable aircraft. And I think it's also compatible with the newer simulator as well. There's an MSFS 2024 version. Not entirely sure if it's native yet, but it's compatible as far as I know. Take a look at that river, or perhaps this is a lake, a loch. They call lakes loch, like Loch Ness, stuff like that. A loch. Despite of the heat wave, it appears that it's quite a beautiful day to fly VFR around the UK. I mean, almost no clouds at all there, as you can perhaps observe. Hey, your first flyby view of the day. Very slow, that is, as you can see. A very slow flying aircraft. I think even the Twin Otter flies faster than this thing. And some of the light aircraft that my employer manufactures back home. Yeah, they definitely fly much faster. What's our cruising speed actually? Take a look at that. 120 knots, folks, and it's red line at 190. Yeah, the slowest planes that we make back home, at least at my employer's DO8, kind organization approval. The slowest one cruises at 210 knots, folks, as a perspective. This thing cruises, comfortably at 120 knots. Which is like basically the VREF or the VAP, the approach speed or the reference speed for, some jet power transports like the 737 Classic or the McDonnell Douglas MD-80 series. So we're practically flying at their approach speeds. And I don't even think the A320 nor the 737 next generation or the MAX, they have, VRF or VAP as slow as 120 knots, like what we are doing now. Hey, there goes Lalu on the live chats.
At Lala Muhammad Al Haddad, 5,574. Right away. I'll have that delicious Piso Kabuman, green sweet apple juice, and extra sauce. Ready for you, sir?
It's always green apple juice, isn't it, Lalu? What's with the obsession with the green apple juice there? But thanks so much for ordering a snack in the first place. Folks, I need to top up my water bottle for a bit, which means I'll be AFK for about a minute or two. As usual, if there is anything that goes out of the ordinary, please do let me know in the live chat. I'll be monitoring the live stream from my phone or my iPad. Alright, I'll see you in a couple of seconds. There's a hill there. Just be cautious that we don't have any TARS, Terrain Awareness Warning System, or GPWS. Stuff like that we don't have. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit, folks. Aerofox, I'm back in the flight deck. Thank you so much for your patience. We're still live, so that's a good thing, I suppose. Let's get my camera back up and running. There we have it. Still, the views are excellent from this sort of altitude. What's our cruise RPM? You know, expected cruise RPM about 2,300 RPM with a manifold pressure of 23 inches if possible according to the manual. 23 inches manifold pressure, about that much. Okay, it's a bit slow. 2,300 RPM. For best fuel economy, this is get somewhere over there. That'll do. A hill up there, in front of our nose. We gotta stay vigilant. Who's that? Lalu again.
Captain, we have a message from Lalu Muhammad Al Haddad. 5,574. Baling Baling, Berputar Membela Kakrawala. Menuju Awan Kita Bersua. Mari kita terbang bersama. Menuju titik Pengkaraman selanjutnya.
Firstly, thank you so much for the poem there, Captain Lalu. Secondly, I think I've heard that somewhere before. It's like something that's quite familiar to me somehow. But yeah, thanks for the usual poem, Captain Lalu. But yeah, I've definitely heard that somewhere, but I can't recall. Where did I hear that last time? Company calling. Gimana Cap, apakah masalah autopilot sudah teratasi atau ada perkembangan terbaru? Walau di set trimnya aja Cap kalau ini, kalau capek. Set trim aja, trimnya disesuaikan biar gak harus kamu pegang yuk terus kan. Auto otot loh ya. Ini flight 1 jam soalnya Cap. Kalau kamu manual flying ya semangat sih, good luck ya. Hey, can you get that view though? Semangat, semangat, semangat. Lalu is flying his aircraft manually, ladies and gentlemen, fully manually. His autopilot's not working for, you know, for a reason, not entirely sure why is that, but yeah. He's hand flying that thing all the way to Barra. Kenapa Cap? Can you please repeat? Sorry. Walau Alright, we are approaching the town of Oban now. On the west side of Scotland, this is. Take a look at that wing platform, by the way, folks. It's just almost completely rectangular. Like there's no high-speed aerodynamics optimization at all. It's almost completely rectangular. Goodness me. views are stunning though. We've got some lochs down there as well. Definitely not Loch Ness, because Loch Ness is situated quite close to the city of Inverness, which is, you know, quite far off to the north. You can look at those views, folks. Again, this is the older simulator, MSFS 2020. This is not 2024 yet. As we cross Oban, that's Oban just right off our nose. Heading towards the, I can't remember the name of that sea, but definitely a sea. The inner seas of the west coast of Scotland, the says VATSIM radar. Approaching Oban now. Then I should do about 18 miles from TOD, which I think we calculate with our VNAV calculator on our GNS 530 later. We'll do the approach checklist, the arrival briefing as usual. Almost at our yellow band at 140 knots. Enough calculator. Nope, it's not modeled. See, this is definitely the default Strobo GNS 530 unit, not the working title one. You know what? There's a silly feature of the VN2. You know, since it's a non-pressurized aircraft, it doesn't have any cabin pressurization, as you can probably see here from the rectangular fuselage cross section. You can practically do this and feel the air rushing directly into your skin. Or, you know, if you're tired with living, perhaps you can touch that spinning thing. Just, you know, several centimeters of our fuselage there. Yap, BTW jendelanya bisa dibuka lo kalau mau cari angin seger. Flying over Oban now. Yoi, buka aja Cap, kan panas ini lagi heat wave kan di UK kan. Mana ini pesawat AC-nya kan juga kayaknya nggak kuat juga, AC-nya, AC jelek gitu ya. Mungkin boleh lah buka jendela gitu. Hati-hati aja tangannya sama propeller tapi. There goes Oban, the town of Oban, the small airport that it has. The western coast of Scotland. bit halfway through our journey, could perhaps himself as well on the Fly Live Studios over there. Again, considering that this thing does not necessarily fly fast. You don't even have a ground speed reading there, fortunately. There's some more wind turbines off the shores of Oban. By the way, take a look at that, folks. Take a look at the tail, at the beacon light. You can tell that this is an ancient aircraft from that rotating beacon light. It does not have a flashing beacon light, unlike more modern aircraft types. But it has a rotating, an actual mechanically rotating beacon light. And the 727 has this feature as well, if I remember correctly. They fly STEM Studios, the FSS 727, to be more precise. It's also got a rotating beacon instead of a flashing beacon, or beacons. We only have that single beacon light up, so we don't have anything down beneath our fuselage. Not wrong. Heading towards the Scottish Islands now. And again, I think the name of the island itself is Barra. Barra is like the actual name of the island. The sound of Barra as well, it says. Is that mine on the right hand side? Looks like a mine. BTW Cap, kamu kalau udah lepas dari Oban, nanti di sisi kanan di salah satu pulau itu kamu bakal lihat tambak, Cap. Bentuknya kayak Freeport gitu, tambak terbuka. Ada tambang ke open pit mine gitu kayak di Freeport di Papua. Posisinya ya, let's say 10 miles west of Oban, VOR. Take a look at that view. Screenshot time. Before he said checklist. There's only approach checklist. Let's close the window, shall we? There we go. Ooh, it's pretty strong cost. inbound real good now. In about 27 minutes by the looks of it. As you can see there on the ETE. You know, folks, there is an interesting feature about the BN2 that and perhaps I've mentioned previously, but you know, just for the sake of mentioning again, I suppose, is that cabin layout is rather interesting, as you can see here. We don't, sorry, it doesn't have like a corridor or like, you know, an alleyway. What's it called? An aisle, sorry, an aisle that runs through the fuselage, like in, you know, the most normal transport aircraft or commuter aircraft. It's like, you know, it's like a minibus, isn't it, the cabin? You've got, you know, compartmentalized sections here, so you've got doors on the left and right hand side. It's just like a bus, a minibus. So the passengers sitting here on the first row, they can get out of the aircraft from the right hand side door there, just right next to the right hand side propellers. It's just very interesting in the aspects of safety and also, you know, yeah, safety and security as well, perhaps. 23.1309, that is the airworthiness chapter in any, you know, airworthiness regulations across the world. That's definitely a number. Be that the FAA, FAR, or EASA CS, or DGCA CAS, or everything. So yeah, the second row, they also need, sorry, they can also ingress and egress out of the aircraft using the same door as the row in front of them. And then for the third row, there's a door on the left hand side just behind the left hand side engine, directly next to the exhaust there. So as for this particular row, the fourth row I think. And then at the very back we've got the baggage area there. So yeah, it's a very interesting tiny airplane this is. The appearance might deceive you, perhaps, you know, judging from the size from outside. You know, it's a twin-engine aircraft. Yeah, maybe about the same size of the Caravan. But I guarantee you folks, the Cessna Grand Caravan is quite substantially larger than the VN2. I've seen both and I think I can say that. The BN2 is tiny folks, very small. Like, there's a BN2 here owned by a hydrogen research company at the airport where, sorry, at the airports that's not far off from my flat. It's in a walking distance actually. There's a research company that does hydrogen conversion to small airplanes, and they've got a BN2 as well, a hydrogen powered BN2 Islander, and you know, it's a tiny aircraft. I've seen them test flying the BN2 several times already, and yeah, it's not a big aircraft. But what makes it interesting, at least on that version, is that it's hydrogen powered, folks. Gaseous hydrogen, I think that is, instead of liquid hydrogen. Because, you know, if you're using liquid hydrogen, then you'd need to store the fuel in cryogenic temperatures, or otherwise fuel would just boil off, the liquid hydrogen that is. But then you would need to install some heat exchangers, and, you know, or preheaters to warm up the liquid hydrogen to gaseous hydrogen, so that the fuel can be consumed directly to the engines with just, you know, some fuel injector or fuel cans modifications. That's practically what Rolls-Royce has been doing for the past several years, but you know, It's just some info I can share with you, I suppose. But no, I'm not working for Rolls-Royce. Not working for Rolls-Royce. I know quite a lot of people who work there, but no, I'm not working there. Company calling, di belakang aman kah? Apakah terhitamkan atau tidak? Ya. Berapa lama lagi? Dari kata view. Aku setengah jam lagi kalau katanya Garbin, katanya GNS 530. Roger. We're now flying over the Sea of the Hebrides or Hebrides. Not entirely sure. That's the name of the sea that we're flying above. The VNF button's not working there. Max speeds per flap selection, approach 140 knots. We've got the miles per hour speed as well there, interestingly enough. Semangat, semangat! Kenapa tuh Trailander? Mesinnya ini kan, mesinnya 3 kan?
Itu tri-prop.
Iya kan, bukan tri-jet tapi tri-prop kan? What's the local current at Barra? Let's see. No such weather profile. Got some pretty strong winds there, judging from the weather waves down there. It's gonna be our approach. RNP25 via Rilgu. Yeah, in about 10 minutes from Rilgu we'll start our approach briefing, shall we? Apanya yang kebak, Cap? Kok iso loh? Apa lupa di uncage jangan-jangan tadi?
Kenapa?
Apakah lupa di uncage? Kan gyronya di uncage tuh kalau misalnya elektrikalnya udah dapet dari generator tuh. Aneh ya. Atau pesawatmu versinya kurang update jangan-jangan. Gak tahu ya, tempat aku belinya di ini sih marketplace dulu. Lupa juga versi keberapa, yang jelas aku updatein mulu kalau dia ada update dari devnya. Not the fly boat for you folks. Take a look at our speed there. We're flying at bus speeds, folks. You know, motorway speeds, basically. Even a rickshaw, you know, goes faster than this thing, I suppose. Hi Iron, how are things going on in the cabin? I mean, we could just take a look, but...
Cabin remains calm and all passengers are seated. We're set for departure, Captain.
We're flying already? Alright. Aku tuh selalu lupa landing gear-nya ini tuh nggak bisa di retract loh, astaga.
Kenapa?
Aku selalu lupa landing gear-nya dia nggak bisa di retract. Tampangnya tuh soalnya retractable banget, kayak dia shaftnya panjang gitu kan, oleonya juga tinggi, kayak bisa di retract tapi nggak bisa. Biasanya kan kalau yang landing gear-nya unretractable kayak misalnya 219 gitu kan, dia rendah landing gear-nya, nggak tinggi, nggak ada tiang tingginya yang bikin drag gitu. Dan dia di mountingnya di fuselage biar minimize drag, nggak kayak tongkat menjuntai dari mesin gini. Ya, kesukaannya Pak Thomas ini. Angkot terbang dia bilang. Ini angkot terbang dia bilang. Si Thomas. Fuel track about 38 gallons both sides. OAT is 10 degrees. Take a look at where the flap the flap indicator is out, folks. It's up top, not down here like, you know, any normal aircraft. Oh, thank you, Sir Chrono. Astaghfirullah, it's a mechanical chrono. You can even adjust like the time there. Goodness me. Cap, aku baru nyadar, Cap. Krononya pesawat ini tuh beneran stopwatch di yoke. Kalau kamu lihat itu beneran literally stopwatch anjir. Beneran stopwatch ditempel gitu loh. Malah weh. Kayak gak ada budget anjir bikin krono yang proper gitu. Hihihi. Obviously, see the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you are enjoying it so far. Cap, kamu nyadar gak, Cap? Kalau kamu buka VATSIM radar, di belakangmu tuh ada helikopter, Cap. Dia cruising speednya lebih kencang daripada kamu loh. Kamu cek VATSIM radar, di belakang kamu itu ada helikopter. Helikopter itu cruising speednya lebih kencang dari cruising speed kamu. Lihat aja itu ada helikopter tuh. GS-nya 147 knot, GS-mu 135 loh, astagfirullah. Agusta Westland 139 itu ya tulisannya ya. A139 kan? Oh iya, helikopter ini sih medium size, itu lumayan gede sih. Kayak punya Polri kan punya 139 juga. Aduh, pengen ini nih 139 sama 189 di MSFS. Oh iya, BTW minggu lalu kan kamu minta helikopter kan, Pak? Minta helikopter kan pada Abel Jets? Nih, aku kasih tunjuk sesuatu. You know what, folks? Last week, Lalu challenged me to start our rotary wing division in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've had that in Wise Flight since like 2015 or so, but you know, we haven't had that in MSFS for quite a while. Sorry, we haven't had that in MSFS at all. So Lalu challenged me to start one several weeks ago, and this is what I came up with. Itu coba dilihat di Livestream, Cap. Kalau kamu mau download livery-nya juga udah ada di OneDrive, Google Drive. That's the default Bell 407, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, which we also have in Wise Flight Simulator. Ayo, Cap, kamu yang minta maka kamu harus bawa tanggung jawab, Cap, atas perbuatanmu, Cap. Aku 2 malam gak tidur lah, berlatih bawa helikopter loh, Cap. Susah banget anjir, itu benda terbang yang dibenci Tuhan, helikopter itu. Kalau aku cyclicnya joystick biasa, kolektifnya aku sambungin ke throttle. Agak-agak natural sih, cuma ya udah aku nggak punya tuas parking remnya yang buat kolektif itu. That's the Bell 407 for Abel helicopters, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to download this delivery, it's available now in the Google Drive. Nah ya, itu serunya. Nih buktinya aku bisa main ke Bandung Camp, main ke... Lihat ini foto-fotonya. Tuh lihat depo kereta KCIC itu. Terus ada hotel apa ini ya? Aku lupa namanya. Yang dekat stasiun Bandung itu yang ada helipad. Istana Plaza ini juga ada. Terus main ke kantor bentar. Yeah, that's Lalu's request basically. Oops, not that one. Yeah, if you want this particular livery box, it's now available to be downloaded from our Microsoft Flight Simulator Fleet Pack Google Drive link in the description of this live stream, actually. Almost 5 minutes to top of descent. Let's do a quick arrival briefing, shall we? Completely forgot about that. Cynthia, you have controls. You have to be 2,300 feet at real queue, actually. We'll just do a hold. Accommodate traffic, Xplore, a correction, Abel 020 Xplore holding over real queue 6,000 feet. Right hand turns 1 minute flags, comedy. Barra traffic, Abel 020 Xplore holding over real queue at 6,000 feet, right hand turns 1 minute legs, Barra traffic. Heading select. Yeah, let's do the arrival briefing real quick, shall we? And we should be, descending to we should be descending down to 2,300 feet actually. So yeah, I'll be taking the RNP approach into runway 25 at Barra, as you can see. The final approach course will be at 348 degrees, platform altitude at Papa Romeo 25 Fox is 1,700 feet, MDAs at 830 feet, the MSA around the airport reference point. It's 3,100 at the northeastern side of the aerodrome and 2,300 feet on the other direction. Transition altitude is 3,000 feet. Let's just assume that as our transition level as well. And then high ground lies in the vicinity of the missed approach area. Do not depart from procedure unless in the VMC. Yeah, you can easily do that. Use of the RMP procedure is strictly PPR from the aerodrome operator. It's going to be a standard 3-degree glide path all the way to touchdown point, and again recommended 1,500 feet at Papa Romeo 25 Fox, which is this one. MDA, we've discussed that, 830 feet, and then for category Alpha aircraft, the RVR should be 1,500 meters or greater. And then once we land runway 25, which is a stern one, we will try to vacate and find ourselves a parking spot there. Primary threats for us this afternoon will be pilot unfamiliarity with the region, complacency as always, and also unfamiliarity with sand runway. Besides any of those, do you have any questions, comments, or concerns in the main visible purpose officer? No? You're right, that should complete the arrival briefing then on the altitude there. Para traffic, Abel 020 X-ray descending on the hold from flight level 60 to 2,300 feet. Para traffic. Alright, let's pause the music and also remove my camera to conserve performance. Pratyush Dutta 7172, hello there. Welcome aboard to our live stream. I hope that you're enjoying it so far. Thank you for stopping by. Stand inbound again. On approach checklist altimeter set for the airfield, braking brakes off, fixtures full reg, carburetor, heat not required, propeller levers, maximum RPM, oxyl pumps on, safety belts secured, cabin heater not required, approach checklist is complete.
Here's your Bebek Hitam Madura. At
What?
Muhammad Al Haddad, 5,570.
Goodness me!
Enjoy.
Bebek Hitam Madura Pak Lalu. Oh my lord. What is that? Cabin crew 10 minutes to landing.
Copy, Captain. Preparing for landing now.
Good enough. And then after real goo, we'll proceed toward Papa Romeo 25 India, 2,100 feet. Barra traffic, Abel 020 X-ray, exiting the hold over real queue, now joining the RNP approach into runway 25. Barra traffic. Nav mode selected. For the we don't have any landing checklist actually, only post-landing checklist by the looks of it. The airfield should be right there on the sandbanks. You're right, over Ilgu now, let's go to 2,100 feet. $2,100 captured. Do we have an inertial separator for this thing? I don't think we have. Only prop DIs. Yeah, we don't have any inlet sept. Sorry, inlet sept. Unlike in warm water turboprops. Only carb heating, but that is alright. That's the airports. Nope. Okay, then Papa Romeo 25 Fox, let's see. Recommended 1,500 feet. Take a look at the views though, it's just stunning, isn't it? Yeah, since the stream, I hope that you're enjoying it so far, folks, as we descend down to Barra. Turning final. Cabin crew, please take seats for landing.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure and crew are taking seats now.
That's your runway. Not really, that's the runway. Patch of sand. Okay, let's do 1,500 feet. Barra traffic, Abel 020X is established on the final course, runway 25. We are about 5 miles from touchdown, Barra traffic. A little bit high, aren't we? Now let's disconnect the automatics and hand fly this baby to the ground. Disconnecting autopilot, I have control my airplane. Manual flight. Oh, it's a bit costly. Back on profile, that seems to be the runway. Flaps 1, sorry, flaps 25% on, flaps takeoff, speed check, flaps takeoff set. Approach flap selected. 88 knots for landing flaps. Where's the runway? I think that's the runway there. Not entirely sure as well. You know, it's sand. Barra traffic, Abel 020 X-ray, short final runway 25, Barra. Let's get some nose up, trim. 88 knots on landing flaps selected. Trim set. Come right a little bit. Take a look at the views though, it's breathtaking, isn't it? Especially in summer, during summer. Yeah, that's supposed to be the runway. Supposed to be the runway again. Some tailwinds by the looks of it. Yeah, that's runway marker. About 3 knots of tailwind. Okay, that's runway. Minimums continue. Take a look at that crab angle as well. Down. Barra traffic, Abel 020 X-ray vacated runway 25 Barra, and we've got some strong tailwinds on short final Barra traffic. Down we go! Welcome to Barra, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not entirely sure where the parking ramps are, but yeah, we've got someone there. We've got a tug! That's so funny. Take a look at that, we've got a tug. What's up? After landing checks, auxiliary fuel pumps all off, brakes tested and the liquids, flaps up, tail lights. Unrequired services are to be set off, trim set for takeoff. It will be set for takeoff momentarily. I need just to, sorry, I just need to do that real quick. There we go. Landing lights off, cabin heaters off, post landing checks complete. Reduce the RPM, shall we, just to low. Somewhat over there. Let's just stop here, perhaps. Hopefully this is a parking spot. No, it's a runway threshold. Oh no. Yeah, you gotta move forward a little bit. Take a look at that, folks. We're on wet sand actually. Just next to the fuel pump. Okay, now this is dry sand. Yeah, somewhere over here. Brake set. No need to, thank you. Okay, yeah, it should be good. Woo! That was one hell of a flight and approach. Take her slightly in short final. You can see his landing lights already. Let's get my camera on as well. There we go. Safe landing cap. Shot a shot final, as I said. Get these strobe lights as well. Except for the fact that we don't have any strobe lights. Only nav lights and beacon lights. I think he's going, oh no, he's not going around, there he is. Just turn off the motion blur. A little bit high. Ayo, runway-nya di mana? Ayo. Pasir doang gitu. Short file. Oh, it's going around.
Runway-nya jadi air.
Runway-nya keisi air. Really? It's going around, folks. It's going around. Right over us. Kok bisa runway-nya keisi air? Oh, mungkin tempatmu ini nggak lifetime gitu. Kalau lifetime di tempat aku ini, soalnya dia cuacanya lagi, pasirnya lagi gak kebanjiran air, soalnya lagi gak pas pasang.
Bentar.
Semangat bang. Bisa, harusnya ada.
Apa fotogrametri?
Atau apa?
Apa gara-gara fotogrametrinya? Soalnya aku tes real time pun dirimu di air kelihatan aja baru.
Oh nggak tahu ya, mungkin fotogrametri juga bisa sih. Oh no. Kalau nggak, time-nya diganti aja Cap, biar airnya surut gitu. Karena memang dia kan ada jam pasang surutnya kalau di Barra. Yep. Forget about letting a light there. Yeah, just stay on, stay on engine power until Lalu lands, because once we once we cut the engines out, we will also remove all means of AC electrical generation to the aircraft. Just not necessarily ideal, is it? But nonetheless, welcome to Barra Airport in Scotland, folks. Take a look at that. Even the sand is actually wet. It's not dry sand, it's wet sand. I'm wondering how why on earth our aircraft hasn't sunk into the sand yet. Okay, I think he's on a short funnel for another attempt. Kenapa, Cap? Shot final here. Lane spotting time. Oh, there he goes. Okay, brakes. Alright, nicely done. Overrun. Ya, nabrak mobil. Welcome di Barra, Cap lalu. You alright? Roger. This. Back towards the sand strip. Iya, memang harus pakai fotogrametri, Cap, soalnya ini kan bibir pantai dia. Nggak jelas dia apakah laut atau darat kan. This. The BN2 airliner. Also for Abel Xplore. Kalau fotogrametri on dia jadi pasir kan? Tetap air. Oke, interesting. Nanti coba di screenshotin dong, Cap. Penasaran aku. Ini di tempat aku pasir, soalnya pasir basah sih tapi. Take a look at that, we've got 2 PN2s. Oh ya, Cap, aku cut power engine ya, nanti ngechatnya ngobrolnya lewat chat, soalnya kan aku nggak punya APU ya. Kita nggak punya APU lebih tepatnya. Right, Cap, thank you. Right, time to cut the engines off. So we don't have any APUs, so I'm just letting Lolly know that, you know, I'll be texting him after this. Because we will lose our radios once we do this. And cut the engines. There we go. That goes there. Magneto's off. Fuel pumps are off. Fuel pad cocks off. What else? Flight controls, gas lock in place, trucks on, gas locks, speedo tube cover, engine cover, boarding steps checked. And that completes the checks after stopping procedure. Get you off. Scans off, nav lights off, passenger signs off, beacons off, pitot heats off, batteries off. There we go. Let's open the doors. Once, twice, thrice, 4 times, whatever it's called. This. Welcome to Barra Island in Scotland, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you, Slalu. Also with an Abel Xplore BN2 Islander. Right, before we forget, let's actually, oh no, he's going to crash to us, but yeah, so be it. Let's submit our flight log, shall we? So open the browser here. And then we'll get my browser on. What's it doing there? What's it doing? Go to submit the VATSIM flight log. There goes our form as usual. Simulator name on call sign was Abel 20X-ray aircraft registration box Alpha Juliet X-ray India self-evaluation. Smooth sailing actually.
Heavens declare the
Nothing bad happened. But man. Then if we go to submitted flight logs and PIREPs and open the visualizer. There goes our flight logs from Edinburgh to Barra, this one. There we go. That's our callsign, Abel X-ray, the subsidiary that we flew for, Abel Xplore. That's my name. The departure airport, the arrival airports, the aircraft that we flew in, the BN2 Islander, the aircraft registration, the simulator name, and then the network that we flew in, the online network, VATSIM as usual, and also the self-evaluation that we have. Alright, that looks good. And let's take it away. Okay, where did it go now? Lalu. Hey? He was just here. He was just here. Yeah, perhaps resetting his systems, or might be anything else. Let's do a quick tour at the airport, shall we? Okay, I heard a propeller noise. There we go, there it is. It's right there. Just at the threshold of probably runway 15, I think this is. Ooh. Okay, he's teleporting a little bit, slew mode, that is. Yeah, let's take some screenshots, shall we? This is a very interesting airport indeed. I mean, where else on earth? I don't think there are many airports that, you know, use sand, literally, as the runway, and you know, basically the parking stand as well. Where did he go? There he is. Alright, stop moving, mate. I want to take a picture of you with the control tower there. Oh my god, just teleporting here and there. Sorry folks. There it is. Yeah, just with the control tower. Yeah, this angle would do, I suppose. There's some backlight from the sun there, but yeah, it's alright. There we go. I think his engines are still on. His rotating beacon is also still on. There we go. Barra Island, Scotland, ladies and gentlemen. And I think we landed with the crosswind actually instead of tailwind, as you can see there. Just we landed from runway 25, right? Not entirely sure when will, you know, the water rise up when the tide comes. Well, gotta stay vigilant, I suppose. But I think there's like a paved section of the airport where airplanes can be like towed away from the sand, so when, you know, the water rises, it'll not be submerged. Take a look at those wheel skid marks as well. Unfortunately, this is not the newest simulator. This is not an MSFS 2024, which, you know, has that tire, built-in tire skid mark feature. Alright, Lalu said that he's getting, you know, he's getting blown away. Not blown away, but, you know, he's getting pushed by the waves because in his simulator, the airport is currently flooded with water. The tide has the tide has surged in the simulator. Unfortunately, fortunately, it is not on our side. Yeah, the water is still somewhere over there, as you can see.
At Lalu Muhammad Al Haddad, 5574, your delicious ayam hijau khas per waktu has arrived.
Ayam itu khas Purwokerto. Okay, well, a green chicken. I've never seen a green chicken. You decided to invent that, I suppose. Yeah, this is the air side, folks. You've got some flight trucks there with the chassis from, I don't know, like a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. Got a tractor, some sheds, another ARFF vehicle. There's a construction site there with an excavator. Runway sign 1533 it says. And you've got those posts which denote the runway ends. See? Don't go beyond marker posts when the windsocks are flying. We've got an airport vehicle there as well. Ops vehicle, operations vehicle. Making sure that we landed safely. Yeah, it's a tiny airport as you can see here. That's a DME station, I presume. Or, what's it called? An NDB station. There goes the main terminal. Highlands and in Islands Airports Limited says. Oh, we've got some interior as well. We've got a small cafe there. A vending machine. 2 vending machines and a cafe there. Drinks, fizzy drinks if you fancy some. With our aircraft there. 2 silly little islanders. I mean, take a look at their size. They're even smaller than the ARFF vehicles per se. Take a look. Or about the same size, that is. Tiny little airplanes. Got another ops vehicle there. And the parking lot. Ooh, a father perhaps pointing at one of the airplanes there, I presume, with her daughter there. Except that our airplanes are there instead of there. Perhaps he's pointing at the tug instead. Interesting nonetheless. Baggage reclaim, folks. Baggage reclaim. Take a look at that. Baggage reclaim. That's the baggage reclaim area. But at least it has one. That's the main thing. Oh, before we continue, we completely forgot to check our landing rate here, so just bear with me for a second. I grab my iPad and open the live stream because you know, Fly Live Studios does not record the landing rate directly to the screen. Hopefully it wasn't too hard. Minus 130 feet per minute, yeah, acceptable I'd say. It's not necessarily the softest landing rate with a reciprocating engine powered aircraft, but you know, it is acceptable. Okay. Let's wander through. That's the landside area of the airport. You've got disabled parking as well. Disabled parking area, staff parking only. Main entrance, Barra Airport. Sign there, restricted area, authorized personnel only. Got those 2 silly BN2s. With some other Scottish Islands in the background there. See, these planes are so tiny. Take a look at the passenger sitting on Lalu's airplane there, on Lalu's BN2. Or perhaps that's the pilot model. Even when he's sitting, he's about as tall as the fuselage of the airplane. This thing is about, you know, the size of a 172, but longer, I presume. Okay, that's the scenery developer, Simulation Extrema. Bought it from the MSFS marketplace. Got some ships as well here. Some cattle on the other side there. Ooh, he's jumping. They are so excited, they're so happy. Seeing two silly BN2s coming in to visit them. Got cattle as well there, no. Those are the same sheep models, I suppose. Someone's jumping in there. Take a look at them. So cute. Some power lines in the distance. See, there's this boat, rather. I'll say this, like rubber boat. Rubber boats. Bear with me for a second, folks. I need to check something. For a sec. You're right. You're right. Thanks for your patience. Yeah, we've got the rubber boat there being towed by G-Class, Mercedes G-Class. Barra Airport. Car parks. Well, another G-Class there. Some camper van and some other parking spots there. Barra Airport, keep off the beach when the windsock is flying and airport is active. You won't see this quite literally anywhere else, can you? Or would you? Because our two little silly airplanes with the talk as well. This is a runway, folks. Take a look at that. You've got, you know, the tire skid marks as well there. That's a runway. It's got 3 runways. That's a runway, and that's runway 25 that we've just landed on. Alright, let's do some more sightseeing, shall we? Before we conclude this evening's live stream. Fire up chase plane again. There you go. Some more windsocks. The beaches look fantastic though. Take a look at that. White sands. Beautiful waters. And again, this is the older simulator, folks. This is MSFS 2020, not 2024. So you could look at that view. Again, this is supposed to be Microsoft Flight Simulator, not Microsoft Sightseeing Simulator by any means, but take a look at that. Just beautiful. For a 6-year-old simulator, that's beautiful, folks. 6-year-old simulator. I feel old now. I thought this thing was just like released last weekend or something. Beautiful. Let's move on. Do we have any other things to see? Got some radio masts there in distance. And some houses and villages on the island of Barra. Power lines. Some more wind turbines by the looks of it. I think Simulation Extrema, they provided like a list of not attractions, but you know.
Captain, we have a message from Lalu Muhammad Al Haddad. 5,574. Melihat awan yang tertata, terbang rendah di bawah kelam. Terima kasih Mas Faza. Mari nanti bawa DC-3 sang kapal karam.
DC3, really? You need to teach me first, Lalu. You need to teach me first to fly that silly plane. You need to teach me first, and then, yeah, rest assured, let's fly a DC3 afterwards. You're the one who can fly, like, basically prehistoric stuffs, can't you? Like the DC3, the DC6, Twin Otter, what else? The Fokker 27 and 28. I know you can fly both of those aircraft types. Yeah, basically ancient flying things which supposedly are grounded nowadays because obviously they don't meet the modern airworthiness requirements on safety standards. Alright, yeah, let me just scroll through the list of features of the series, take some more screenshots, and then we'll conclude this evening's live stream. Simulation Extrema. There's like a fort, but I'm not entirely sure where is that. It says that there's a port, sorry, a fort nearby. Can't see it though. Could be that one? No, doesn't look like one. Oh, could be somewhere over there. See, with that cruise ship as well. Yeah, let's just scoot over there. Take a look at the fortress. Perhaps take some pictures as well before we start off for the day. It's almost midnight as well in Southeast Asia, so yeah. There we have it. There's the fort. On a tiny island by the looks of it. With a jetty as well next to it. It's a spot of scenery actually. Quite beautifully modelled by Simulation Extrema. There we go, there goes the fort. The fort, sorry. Take a look at that. Beautiful. Some more screenshots. It's got a Scottish flag flying as well there. Beautiful, and a ship, sorry, a boat there. And it's got its own like mini pier or jetty there. Oh my lord, take a look at that. The fort of Barra, I don't know. A cruising ship there, cruise ship. So yeah, back in the days, like perhaps aeromen would be stationed here, or you know, perhaps they had some cannons to protect the island from an enemy invasion. Oh, take a look at that. So cool. Again, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator, folks, not Microsoft Sightseeing Simulator, but yeah, alright. Sorry, just bear with me for a second, folks. Sorry folks, a friend of mine just, you know, walked past by. Be right. Be right now. Yeah. Beautiful shot there. But is that like a cable laying boat for, like, you know, undersea internet cables and stuff? I'm not entirely sure. There's a group ship as well there. Beautifully modelled.
At Lala Muhammad Al Haddad, 5574. Ikan sapu-sapu saus asam manis. Here you go, enjoy.
Kamu makan ikan sapu-sapu, Pak? Serius? Ikan sapu-sapu emang mesti dimakan ya? Kan itu ikan kerjaannya bersih-bersih kan? Bersih-bersih di bawah akuarium gitu. Okay, interesting, Pak Lalu. Interesting choice. Or like what Uncle Roger usually says, good choice. Halal pork bacon. Right. I think we can safely roll the credits now, as we're done with the sightseeing stuff. My bottle of water's run out of water there. Just bear with me for a second. Credits. We had Lalu. Also, we had some ATC at Edinburgh, a very helpful guy, John Linehan. That was. There we go. Okay, so credits for today for, you know, this flight, or this live stream. First things first, I'd like to give my credit to the air traffic control officers that we had, or not the only, but you know, the ATCO that we had for this particular group flight. John Linehan from VATSIM UK. Thank you so much for controlling our departure out from Edinburgh. Wish to fly in your airspaces again, hopefully not a long time from now. On the other hand, we got Lalu flying as Abel Xplore, as Abel 025 X-ray, another Abel Xplore BN2 Islander. And thank you so much, Lalu, for flying alongside us this afternoon, or this evening in your time zone, that is. Hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, thank you so much for almost always being there, quite literally, whenever we are doing live streams like this. Right, let's now dismiss Ian for today. He's done an amazing job as well as our only flight attendant for today. Hi Ian, just want to let you know that you've done an amazing job this afternoon. Thank you very much for your hard work, and I'm looking forward for our next adventures in the wide blue skies together. Until that time comes, stay safe and take care.
Thank you, Captain. I appreciate your kind words.
There he goes. Right, folks, in case that you are leaving us now, please don't forget to hit the like button. It will greatly help us to grow this YouTube channel. Share your thoughts down beneath in the live chat, as well as in the comment section later on once this live stream has concluded. You can also interact with our SaintEngine's.ai StreamKit cabin crew using the available SaintEngine's StreamKit commands in the live chat. On the other hand, you can also share this live stream with your friends and colleagues in case that you wish to do so. If you haven't done so, folks, please also kindly subscribe to the Abel Jets Virtual Group channel for free, and don't forget to ring the bell just right next to the subscribe button somewhere over there. Yeah, over there. So you'll not miss any future contents that we will make in this YouTube channel. If you want to support us financially, you can also head over to our Socialbus page at www.socialbus.com/AbelJetsGroup, or alternatively, you can also scan the QR code that is available there on the left hand side of the live stream. And any amount of financial donation is greatly appreciated. Some perks of being a financial sponsor to the Abel Jets Group YouTube channel and the virtual business group itself includes your names being listed on the running text beneath there, and some other perks that you can check for yourself. Scan at our Socialbus page at www.socialbus.com/AbelJetsGroup, or through the QR code on the left hand side of the live stream there. With that, folks, I think we can officially conclude this evening's live stream from Edinburgh to Barra, flying the BN2 airliner black box simulations for Abel Xplore. I hope that you've enjoyed it so far, and thank you as well to everyone who's been watching the live stream, especially those who stayed from the beginning till the end. Thank you so much for your dedication there. Really appreciate it. Alright, this is Prince Falcon from Abel Jets Virtual Group setting out. Thank you very much for keeping our dreams aloft, and we shall see you guys hopefully this Sunday as we fly to brighter skin, perhaps somewhere a bit more north this time. Well, bye everyone, take care. Have a great weekend. It's Friday, you know. Have a great weekend, folks.
It all started with a dream to connect the world, bring people closer together, as well as to diversify and unite the virtual skies. The day dawned crisp and clear at Honolulu International Airport. A maiden flight was going to take action.
Honolulu delivery, Abel 100 at seating 01, with information Alpha requesting IFR clearance to Hilo. Abel 100, Honolulu delivery, you are cleared to Hilo via Pale 3 departure, runway 04 left, squawk 1112.
Hilo ground, Abel Link 221, ready to taxi.
Abel Link 221, taxi link point runway 26 via Echo Alpha.
Taxi to holding point runway 26 via Echo Alpha, Abel Link 221.
Abel 100, wind 22 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 right, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 right, Abel 100.
Our founders have their legacy etched upon the horizon. Gaining wisdom from the past, it was then time for the next generations to put their own footprints and leave their legacy in the virtual skies. A new era was about to begin.
from all of us in flight simulation communities.
We are wishing Abel Jets Group
happy 10th anniversary.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Thank you for keeping our dreams aloft. Here's to another 10 years of making progress to connect the world. To the skies, stars, and what lie above all of them. Our real journey has just